with Steve Austin winning the Rumble match, after building up to it with both being kept apart for the last 2 years intentionally and due to injuries, continuing last night in a memorable confrontation during the final minutes of the Rumble. The company were now starting to officially set the stage for the most anticipated match of the boom period on the way to WrestleMania 17. Triple H and Stephanie opened Raw with Hunter calling out Austin after both interfered in their matches last night, blaming him for not winning the title against Angle, and hyping a confrontation with Austin, saying that the moment he enters the building he's gonna take him out with the sledgehammer. Kurt Angle came out saying that the only person who cost Triple H the belt was him, with Hunter challenging him to a rematch, setting it for later in the show, with Trish then challenging Stephanie with Vince still not in the building. Vince McMahon arrived at the arena minutes later, saying that he's the only one who books the show, putting the 2 advertised matches on hold. Triple H then confronted him on his title shot and starting to show long angles with Vince's decision on the matches, and Triple H going outside the building with a sledgehammer waiting for Austin to show up. After opening with a 5 rating for the first half hour of the show, Raw gained over 1 million viewers for the Acolytes vs Hardys tag, McMahon's backstage segments and Rock's sit-down interview with Michael Cole. Rock talked about last night, saying that it was his opportunity to go on to headline WrestleMania, saying that Austin did what he had to do to win the match, but it's irrelevant if Austin or anyone else won the Rumble, as the only thing relevant to him was that he didn't win it. Cole asked where Rock go from here with him not the champion or Rumble winner, with Rock saying that in this world of sports entertainment he is the top performer in the business, but his main goal remains the same and it doesn't matter who he takes it from, as he will one day take the belt back. With Austin's place booked in the match, Rock hyped the road to booking his place on the way to April 1st at the Houston Astrodome in a match targeted to set every record in history. Raw was highlighted by a strong match at the top of the hour with Rock and Jericho against Show and Benoit. In one of the surprises of the Rumble match, Big Show returned to the main roster TV for the first time since being sent to OVW to get back in shape in August, eliminated by Rock and putting him through a table right after. The tag match went 11 minutes with Jericho selling an injury after last night's ladder match with Benoit with a Show chalk slam on the floor, ending up with Rock pinning Benoit and Show laying all 3 out in the post-match. The Rock and Jericho vs Show and Benoit tag gained over 2 quarters to peak the night with a 6.2 rating. With WCW moved a day to a Tuesday show due to TNT scheduling, Raw was going unopposed for the night. If a similar situation was happening for the better part of the last 3 years, with the company coming off a major event and having no direct competition, a huge viewership increase would have been expected, but with WCW down to their core audience and Raw now on TNN along with consistent viewing patterns in the last few months, it was clear that the days of record-level numbers with additional audience watching in massive percentages over the show's average are generally in the past. In the meantime, the endless rumors on a Time Warner Fusion Media deal continued with the sale of WCW imminent, while McMahon's side was going all out in marketing and promotion for the debut of the XFL in a few weeks. Raw had Kane vs Rikishi ending up with run-ins from Undertaker and the returning to the company Haku. Another talked about return was JR updating on the status of Shawn Michaels in regards to new contract negotiations between them, with his return to the ring now only a matter of time and could potentially happen as early as the Mania on April 1st. Next was Al Snow and Raven in a wild hardcore match, setting up pyro with both inside the stage, going through the catering before ending up on the streets of Lafayette. A few minutes before the main event, Vince McMahon made the decision to turn the matches into a mixed tag match with the match and post-match doing a 5.7 rating, ending up on the show's average, with Raw overall drawing a 5.6 rating, making it the highest rated draw in over a month. Hunter was still waiting for Austin outside in the parking lot, and the match coming up next, Triple H and Stephanie went over in a 5-minute match into the overrun, as Rumble winner Steve Austin finally showed up, making his first appearance on the night over 2 hours in. Austin took out Hunter with a stunner before closing the broadcast with beers to start the road to WrestleMania 17.